All right, Roberto, you win. Well done. If you missed yesterday's program, you missed a lot. Much calmer today. I felt like yesterday was a good venting, a good therapy session for those of us in the green and white community. Also want to send a shout out to Michigan fans, i.e., none of you, as yesterday was like 400 calls, one of them from a Wolverine. And you had an invitation to call multiple times. Great basketball fan base. Great. But we'll try it again on Thursday. Don't worry, because now your team gets center stage. And frankly, they got a shot to win the whole damn thing. More on that later. Sully returns, and he has an accessory on top of his head. I never see you wear hats. This is fascinating to me.
Mike, I think I'm good for about once a week wearing a hat.
Once a month?
Probably once every week, once every 10 days, I'd say.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you hiding anything under there?
No, just normal.
Okay.
My hat hair is terrible, though.
All right.
Man, that's bad.
All right, well. Put that back on. Yeah, put that back on, please.
Why?
It was tough. It was a tough look. The whole point is, I just want to make sure coming back from Vegas now, I don't know, the hat was an interesting choice.
Yeah, no, well, here's the thing. I wore a hat because you get back from Vegas. I got back yesterday. The time difference, I hate the 3-hour difference, and you're still adjusting to it. So I just, quite frankly, didn't feel like throwing my hair up with some gel this morning. So
your hair up?
So I just figured it's much easier. Let me just put on a hat and just get out the door and go to work.
Yes, sir.
It would have been better if you wore a hat when you were in Vegas.
Oh.
Well, I never do that. No. You know that.
Oh, my. Okay, well, Roberto gets himself a fender bender, and now, next thing you know, he's firing shots.
I'm used to it from him. Wouldn't expect anything else.
Yeah, it's tough. We'll get into this Mark Stein report, the latest regarding the Pistons and Billups, Arn-Tellem, give you my opinion on the situation. We've got some ridiculous audio from a ridiculous program on a ridiculous network that we'll get to you sometime in the 2 o'clock hour. It depends on how good the Pistons stuff is. Couple other related notes. I guess I kind of want to ask Sully about one thing I have not seen, I don't know about, and I just want to get it out of the way. Eric Ebron throwing shade at Lions on social media. Please be kind enough to share this with me.
Yeah, actually, so David and I
signed with the Colts, correct?
Yes, David and I were just discussing it. I was going to bring it up, but I haven't got the chance to yet, actually.
You're playing with your hat.
What's that? Yeah, right. But Eric Ebron, basically over the course of the past couple days, has continued to throw some shade at the Lions and kind of the city of Detroit on social media. Specifically, right after he signed with Indianapolis, he was elated on Instagram. Said that he hasn't smiled like this in a long time. Said that he has nothing to say. When he was asked by reporters in Indianapolis, he said, "I have nothing to say." When he was asked about his time in Detroit, nothing to say about it. But then furthermore, and this was just like an hour ago, he posted something in regards to a Blake Griffin quote. Blake Griffin said the following: "I never want to be in a place where I'm not wanted. Coming here to Detroit made me realize what a franchise looks like." And he responded, "Facts," to Blake Griffin saying, "I never want to be in a place I'm not wanted." So basically, it's just, kind of just jab after jab that Ebron is continuing to take at Detroit, even though he's out the door now.
That's what's on this sheet right here? Is that what you children consider, quote, shade?
Yes, it is. It is. I mean, David, do you agree?
David, is that really shade?
Yes, it's shade. Especially the quote to the reporter, Stephen Holder, who I met when I was in Indianapolis last season. Yeah, that quote is not necessary to, throw any kind of a blast to Detroit about, I'm not going to make any comments because whatever. Just say, I'm happy for the opportunity they gave me. Leave it there. No need for the rest, and no need for this stuff on Twitter. Just leave it alone. It's shade.
All right, but David, hold on. Time out. No, see, don't swing the microphone back over there. Wait a second. He didn't say anything. Saying I don't want to comment is fine. He could have been more PC, but wait a second. So Blake Griffin says something about not wanting to be somewhere you're not wanted. And he writes facts, right? What's the big deal? Eric Ebron's acknowledging what? The Lions didn't want him, and he didn't want to be somewhere he wasn't wanted. That's not shade. Shade is you're a bum. Shade is you're a loser.
Yeah, but why even quote facts or tweet facts? How about just leave it alone?
He's a juvenile human being. I'm making a point that being immature doesn't necessarily mean he's firing shots. David, he said a lot worse in his time here.
He did.
This doesn't even register, but I think this is typical Sully is what this is.
I think it's shade.
Typical social media hoe Sully.
I think it's shade.
It's petty. That's what it is.
It's not shade.
I mean, headline on the Detroit Free Press right now: Eric Ebron throws more shade at Detroit Lions on social media.
You want me to take a newspaper putting up something in the middle of the afternoon, desperate for clicks, as news?
No, and I'm just saying that's where the word shade came from because that's the headline of their article.
No, that's not shade. I don't think it. A, I don't think any fan cares. B, he said a lot worse while he was here, and C, the things he said are true. I don't want to be somewhere I'm not wanted. Dude just got released. There's nothing wrong with saying facts. It's not shade. Shade is those guys are losers. Shade is that's a terrible organization. Shade is they'll never win anything with that bum Stafford. That's shade. This is just what we do in 2018. You're damn near making stuff up. I don't have a problem with what he said. I think it's ridiculous to even act like, big story, Ebron rips Lions. No, he didn't. Don't ask me to justify his behavior on social media. I never have been able to. I never will be able to. But shade? Acting like this is a story? I mean, I'm glad you didn't bring this up in the show meeting. I would have laughed. I just saw it at the bottom of the show sheet. I go, what is this? I don't know, man.
Well, I think the quote, too, when he said, I haven't smiled like this in a long time, would just suggest that, I was so unhappy in Detroit. I am glad I'm out.
Oh, man. Sick burn. I don't know. Like I said, you know what? I think the average sports fan is actually tiring of stories like this. This isn't even news. This isn't even worthy of a byline. So that's that. All right. I'm glad I got to the bottom of that. Let me just go ahead. Yep, we're going to take that out. Scratch that off. That's not on the show today. 248-539-9797. What will be on the show, though, we need to get into this Chauncey Billups stuff. Genuinely interesting stuff. Guys, got something for you.